Hi, friends. I'm Pastor David, and this is our impact moment for the week. As we draw closer and closer to the end of our year-long worship series called The Story, and also draw closer to the end of our 28-day prayer experiment based on this book called Dynamite Prayer, as we're exploring the dunamis power of God in our lives, I am excited about the possibilities that lie ahead of us that really could make a big impact on the world, close to home, maybe even farther away. On this Mother's Day, we think about the way that God gives birth to new ideas and to new possibilities here among us. Since the beginning of this calendar year, we've been engaging in a process here at the church, helping us to move towards a new vision for our congregation, to answer the question, where are we headed? Before we got to that question, though, we started with these fundamental questions. Who are we? And we discovered some of our shared values together. We discovered 5 of them that we have posted in a number of places around the church. And then during the season of Lent, we talked about our purpose, the question being, why do we exist? Why do we need the church at all? And so as we've gotten to the season of Easter, we now have moved on to the where are we headed question. Now you may wonder, okay, we've been doing this 28-day prayer experiment. Now what? How are we going to capture the ideas and the dreams that God is placing on our hearts during this time? Well, I'd like to explain that to you now. We have made these cards that you can fill out, and the beginning of the sentence is a God-sized dream for our congregation is. And then there's plenty of room for you to fill in the answer to that question. Our hope and our dream is that you have been spending time in prayer, that you have been opening yourself up and making yourself available to God's dunamis power in your life. And as you've done so, perhaps you've heard something from God. Maybe it's not a literal voice, but you've felt some kind of a nudge. You've identified a need. Maybe you've identified a gifting that you have or something that you can offer. And maybe you feel a leading towards saying, you know what? This is a possibility. This is something I could do, or this is something that we could do as a congregation. And so what we're looking for are the God-sized dreams. Why do I say God-sized? Because if it's a God-sized dream, it's not something we could do on our own effort. It's something we need God's power to be able to accomplish. So we want to dream big. So today on Mother's Day, I want to invite you, if you would like to, go ahead and take one of these cards. We have some at the Welcome Center. We also have some down in Wesley Hall, our fellowship hall. And you can think about that today. Perhaps if you're not going to be here next week, you could go ahead and turn that in today. But next Sunday, on the 18th, we're having a celebration Sunday as we conclude our 28 days of prayer, as well as our series, The Story, with a picnic. And at that worship service on May the 18th, we're going to be inviting you to complete these cards and to turn those in. We'll include that time during the worship service. And then we're going to find a way to display those for you in Fellowship Hall during our picnic so that you can start to see what kind of dreams are bubbling up, what kind of God-sized dreams, I should say, are bubbling up within our congregation. And I'm excited to see what those things are going to be. I think you might be excited to see what those are as well. And the exciting part for me is going to be when we start seeing multiple people have similar dreams and we start to group them together and we say, okay, we must be hearing something because God is sharing this with you and me and the next person. I'm really excited to see where this is going to go. Our goal is not so much to develop a strategic plan or anything like that at this point. We're really just brainstorming right now. And then we'll have some folks in our leadership team help to plan things out and get people involved and make them happen as we move into the summer and the fall and beyond. But for now, let's dream God's dream. I know that can be difficult at times. We've been told, well, that's too much, or we can't do this, or we've never done this before, or we can't afford. Take all those things away and allow God to speak into you. What is God's dream for you? What is God's dream for us as a congregation? So I'm excited to see what the impact of these dreams is going to be. And I want to say thank you, as always, for your impact and your support of the Worcester United Methodist Church. God bless you.